This is your Congress News for the week of November 8th, 2020. In the news, implementing the Kingdom Community Architecture.
And world headlines.
This week, communities across Congress WBN begin the process of implementing the Kingdom Community Architecture. Dr. Woodruff described the Kingdom Community Architecture, also referred to as the KCA, as the approved church structure for all the communities of Congress WBN. In a video address played in Kingdom communities throughout Congress WBN, Dr. Woodruff explained that the Kingdom Community Architecture massively increases the sense of integration, belonging, ownership, and participation in every saint in the Kingdom community.
The Kingdom Community Architecture ensures that everyone has a place. As relationships within the community grows, the love of the community increases, and the life of God is received with greater and greater power in the midst of the saints. So that's another great benefit for building the Kingdom Community Architecture.
Dr. Woodruff encouraged senior elders and saints to engage the process with joy and great diligence, as the Kingdom Community Architecture is a significant point in our journey and the activation of a new surge forward that will shift our Congress into a new level of functionality and relevance in the divine purpose.
Former U.S. Vice President Joe Biden has won enough votes to claim victory in the U.S. election. However, the Trump campaign insists the race is far from over. Ethiopia's federal government launched military operations against the Tigray People's Liberation Front, leading the United Nations and regional officials to express alarm about the crisis, which they fear could lead to all-out war in Africa's second most populous nation. The past week has seen record increase in the number of coronavirus cases, driven by surges in Europe and the United States. The spike has led several countries to reintroduce lockdowns and other drastic measures to curb the spread of the virus. Saints and leaders in the Congress are encouraged to remain vigilant and to be aware of the unfolding purpose of God in the midst of tumultuous events in the earth.
And in this week's Battle Lines, we pray for Dr. Noel Woodruff for the continuous flow of God's divine wisdom into his life, for increased grace, capacity, physical strength, and protection for him and his family.
For the Global Congress leadership, oversight coordinators, and development facilitators, for enhanced spiritual sight and elevated levels of wisdom, grace, personal purity, and faith.
For the global activation of the Kingdom Community Architecture, for God's divine superintending of the process and the joyful stewardship and accurate implementation in all Kingdom communities in Congress WBN.
And that was your Congress News. For more Congress news, visit www.cwbn.news, download the Congress News app, or tune in to Canopy Radio or Canopy TV.